This is actually a great question. Avoidance and narcissists, can they mix? Sometimes, actually, yes. And what you'll find with a lot of avoidance, especially fearful avoidance, but some dismissive avoidance as well, is that their longer term committed relationships were actually with narcissists. And there's some reasons for this. Keep in mind, narcissists don't all act the same. Some can appear to be very anxiously attached, some can appear to be more avoidant. Now, with a dismissive avoidant, they're more likely to get sucked into a relationship with a narcissist that acts more avoidant, less clingy, less pushy, just as toxic, just as controlling, but in a passive aggressive way. Now, the narcissist is emotionally unavailable. Narcissists are not emotionally available. This will help prevent the avoidant, the dismissive avoidant, from having their fears triggered because there's no threat of emotional intimacy in a relationship with a narcissist. It may be toxic, but it feels safe because there's no vulnerability. With a fearful avoidant, they're more likely to get sucked into a relationship with a narcissist because it'll trigger their anxious side. Because fearful avoidants have that anxious attachment as well as a dismissive avoidant attachment. And constantly trying to win and earn the love and the approval of the narcissist can keep the fearful avoidant in that anxious mode. However, the toxic behaviors, the lying, the cheating that the narcissist eventually does will confirm the fearful avoidant's inner distrust. So when they get into another relationship with someone who's not a narcissist, someone who is emotionally available, the fearful avoidant likely is going to project that experience onto the new person because they already have this preconceived notion from childhood because they couldn't really rely on their parents or caretakers and were often betrayed by them, that they're going to be betrayed in a relationship. So they carry this forward and can project it and use the experience with the narcissist as evidence that this is what people do. So actually, quite often, avoidants will get into relationships with narcissists. Now, dismissive avoidants are less likely to get into a relationship with a narcissist that behaves in an anxious way. That's likely to trigger them. They're going to feel smothered and run for the hills. But they often do commit to ones who act avoidant. So yes, avoidance, both dismissive and fearful, routinely get sucked into narcissistic relationships. Insecure attachment in general makes you more vulnerable to a narcissist.